This conference will now be recorded.
All right, so we will call the meeting to order. Let's see, since we can't do the pledge because being virtual, Ron, you want to do the prayer for COVID?
I would love to. Heavenly Father, I ask that you would just bless those who are being traumatized and just so ill through this illness and this pandemic, and that you would keep us unified as a community and keep us as a board very morally and ethically responsible to the village. I ask in your precious name. Amen.
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 I just sent you something, Charles, the agenda for tonight. See if maybe you get that.
I'm not getting anything. It's probably
Yeah, I
Google
sent it earlier.
by saying I'm full or something. I thought the clouds were bigger than that.
I sent it to you too earlier, so.
Yeah, I'm just not getting anything. I haven't received anything on my email from. Maybe we could send it to my Yahoo account. You got my Yahoo, right? It's the basic
I do not.
charles.plater@yahoo.com.
All right, so our first topic, as always, is public comment. Do we have any public comment tonight? Okay. Let's see, do we want to do Joyce? I see Joyce is on. Manti. I know you were interested in zoning or planning board, right, Joyce?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah. So we desperately need people on the zoning board. I don't know if you're interested in that or not.
Yeah, I would be interested in that.
Okay. So I'd like to nominate Joyce Manti for the zoning board.
Is that a second? Is that a board thing or?
I don't know. Nate, are you still there? Oh wait, Nate is reconnecting. Fran's on now.
I sent that to your Yahoo, Charles.
Okay, I'm trying to add that to my computer.
Seem to have lost Nate the lawyer. He must be trying to fix his camera. Hi, Fran. Yeah, we can just vote just in case.
So Mayor made the nomination, I second.
Okay. Does anybody have any comments on that? Joyce lives up in the Halstead development.
I would just like to say thank you for doing it.
Yeah, we've really been struggling getting a quorum on the zoning board. Meetings have been very
Okay,
rough.
well, I'm happy to participate and I'm glad to join and looking forward to it.
Well, we're happy to have you.
First you gotta vote.
Yeah, we got. Yeah, we should probably vote. Charles,
Yes.
Ron,
Yes.
Rusty,
Yes.
Laura,
Yes.
Fran,
Yes.
and yes from me. All right, so welcome aboard, Joyce. Come down to clerk's office and Rodney or the ladies here will help you figure it all out.
Thanks, Joyce.
Okay, thanks. Appreciate it.
Well, we appreciate the help for sure. All right, let's see. Next thing up is department head reports. We'll knock those up quick. Only a couple of you. Robin, are you still there?
I am.
Perfect.
I am. Well, we had 137 calls in the month of January. We have 2 in the EMT class in Broome County. We also have one taking the EMT class in Syracuse due to the fact that she is a student up there. So she is taking it there. We also have the loaner is now on the road as well. And also we had an interview with a real sweet lady, Shelby Tennant. She is a registered nurse. She did a ride along Friday night. She stayed all night. Really enjoyed it. So I'm going to let Fran bring her up to be brought in as a member.
Okay.
What's her name again, Robin?
Shelby Tennant.
Spell that last name.
Tennant.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, I nominate Shelby Sue Tennant as a member of the EMS department.
I'll second that.
My only question, does she live within the range or is, willing to stay within the range or all that good stuff?
She'll stay at the station as I do.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions about that? All right, so we'll vote on that. Charles?
Yes.
Ron?
Yes.
Rusty?
Yes.
Laura?
Yes.
Fran?
Yes.
And yes.
Okay. Is Jim Morris on or not?
He is not.
Okay. All right. Because all the old air pack tanks were scattered all over the back of the bay, and the ladies had stacked them onto a pallet before the loaner had come, and I didn't know what the intentions were with all those tanks because they're just stacked up back there in the back of the bay.
Yeah, I know he was trying to get rid of them somehow. I don't remember how he was getting rid of them.
Okay, and you got the information for Town of Tioga, correct?
I haven't seen anything from Nate yet. I know Nate's got to work on something. Or you mean the?
Well,
Yes,
I meant
saw-
the information from us.
Yeah. I thought you meant the contract, but yeah.
No. Just information from us. Just making sure.
I saw that.
Okay, and later on down the road, we got thinking that we were going to do is take the tires off, the rear end tires off of the loaner, replace them with new ones, and then when it's time to send back the loaner, we'll put back the tires on that they sent it with, so that we get more miles out of our tires. So that's just to let you know that that's up and coming.
Okay.
But other than that, everything's going well.
Either way, I assume we have to give it back in the same condition we got it, so.
Well, correct. But as you can, logically speaking, put new tires on it, and then we know what we put on it, and we just put the other ones on. And if we haven't used much of it, then we save them to put them on one of ours.
Right.
Oh.
Robin, you all set for the moment?
Well, I'd like to make a comment about the EMS department.
Okay.
I did receive late today the summary of income from MedX for August through December, and I appreciate Cindy taking care of that. I would like to request that every month when the MedX report does come in, that it be forwarded to myself and Robin so that we can keep track of the finances and the calls that are made by the EMS department. Now, do those come in by email, or is that through old-fashioned mail?
No, they email them to Cindy, because she does all the books.
Okay. Is there any way we can get the whole report and not just part of it?
Yeah, we'll talk to Cindy.
Okay, because before you said all we had to do was ask, and if we didn't get it from her, to let you know, and you'd do it.
Yeah, I can log into their system and get them somehow. I've only done it once, but I can figure out how to do it.
Okay.
Thank you, Mike.
Yep. Yeah, because actually John Morrison suggested that we set up some kind of a committee that, with you and Fran and us to go through them every month so that everybody knows where we are.
Yeah, well, we can do that if you want to know, more where you are, more than the treasurer's report.
Correct. because it gets a little confusing when you hear you're in the hole and you know you didn't spend anything.
Yeah, no, it's the fact that the billing is behind the spending, I'll say.
Well, yeah, that was evident by the last one where, which we expect with January when it says that the carriers have been billed. We know that, but the ones prior to that, they said that all have been paid in. So at that point, we don't have a total. So we don't know where we're at.
It's a delay thing, right? The money we're getting in today is really money we billed out 3 or 4 months ago.
Understood, but we have no actual where we're at numbers.
Yeah. I know we can do better with that.
That would be
Yeah, that'd be
greatly appreciated.
Very Rusty was trying to say something.
Yeah, Fran, I had a question, not Fran, I'm sorry, Robin, I had a question for you. Are you satisfied or pleased or whatever with the loaner ambulances that seem up to snuff and okay with you?
Well, yeah, as far as we know, it hasn't gone on the road yet other than when it got there because it was illegal to put it on the road until it was done through John Morrissey.
So is it ready for the road now? Are all the things done?
Yes, they are.
Let us know what you think of it as you go along with it. Thanks.
Yep. Other than that, I'm good.
All right. Anybody else, anything for EMS? All right. Obviously, thank you guys and your members for what you're doing, especially days like today. I know I heard you going out to a bunch of calls that other people did not help you, so.
Thank you.
Let's see, Jeff. Well, we can't hear you, Jeff. I'm not good at reading lips. It says you're not muted, so I don't know what the problem is.
Hey, Jeff, we can't hear you.
Oh, that didn't work.
In the meantime, Charles, can you hear me?
He said, yeah, but he's muted. Oh, wait, Jeff, is that you?
You hear me?
Oh, okay. Now,
Can you hear
I
me
guess the
now?
cold weather doesn't like the technology.
Yep.
Unfortunately, yes.
The only other thing I have is my request to fill my open position.
Perfect. That's on the
Did
agenda
you
here.
guys
We
get
can
that email?
Yep.
Hopefully.
So you want to fill, this is a full-time hire, DPW. I don't know, you want to
Right.
explain it? I'm sure everybody got the email.
Well, everybody that we hire are MEO ones. Non-competitive. I want to hire Ken Wolf Jr. He's been working for us for a couple of years, seasonal. Been shifting him around in the winter and in the summer and to keep civil service happy. But he's got a ton of experience. That's all I got, really.
And Jeff, what do you want to start him at, salary?
14 an hour. That's
Charles,
right
can
in
you
line
hear
with
me?
everybody else.
And how long
Yes.
is that probation
I
period
can
going to
hear
be?
you.
Charles,
Say what?
Yes.
as the DPW commissioner, would you like to make a motion to hire this gentleman?
Yes, indeed. I will make that motion.
All right, that motion is to hire
Ken Wolf Jr.
Ken Wolf.
Okay. I'm sorry, I don't have any of the emails or anything.
Oh,
I just got the one that Ron just sent me, so thank you for that. So if
I got
Rodney
your
can
back, Charles.
change everything over to my Yahoo email, that's charles.plater@yahoo.com. That's my backup, so I don't know. I think they're trying to scam me on the Google Mail. They told me it's full. I think they're full.
So the mayor
What
just,
happens when it's so popular?
Yeah.
the mayor just noted the specifics.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yep. And Wolf Junior, $14 per hour.
Yeah, I'll second that nomination.
Effective immediately, Jeff, or?
Yes, this pay period. It's
Jeff,
just
I did have a
started.
question. How long will the probation period be?
That's really up to you guys, but I was thinking, I mean, he's worked for me for a couple of years, so.
That's
Well,
what I
I
was
was thinking
wondering.
60 days, but whatever you guys feel comfortable with is fine with me.
I mean,
He's
I would
70
even go.
years old. He's 70 years old. He's been here forever. I suggest a minimum probation, which is what? What is the minimum? Nate, you on there? What's the minimum?
For probation,
Yeah.
I believe it's 8 weeks off the top of my head. I think if you just say minimum period of probation under state law, that would be fine.
So Ron, as per your suggestion, I'm going to ask the mayor to add to his motion that he be have the minimum probation.
It's Charles' motion.
Charles's motion, sorry. Charles's motion,
We
minimum
can something
probation.
write it.
I think Rebecca's got
Is that what we're gonna do?
I did have a question. You said that the pay rate was going to go up at the end of probation. Do you know to what?
Actually, they may not go up. It depends.
Okay.
I'll reevaluate them at the end of probation and we'll see what happens.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you, Jeff.
So do we have a second for that? Long motion? Oh, it was already there? All right, we're all
Graham
good.
seconded.
Second that.
Brandon, okay, perfect. Do we have any discussion about that? All right, so we'll vote on that. Charles,
Yes.
Ron,
Yes.
Rusty,
Yes.
Laura,
yes.
Fran,
Yes.
and yes.
Thank you.
Anything else, Jeff? You guys will be back in later plowing?
Yeah, we'll be back in about 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, that's
So
what
get
we're supposed
home.
to get.
Get home and hunker down.
We're supposed to get about the same amount we got last night again, so.
All right.
All right, let's get Wolfie in there.
Great.
Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you
we'll
very much, Jeff.
I'm bringing half of the guys in at 2 and then the other half will be in at 7. So we'll be all right.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Jeff.
If you guys don't have anything else for me, I'm leaving.
I think you're good.
Stay
All
safe.
right? Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too.
Well, do we have any reports from the police chief?
We have nothing for us tonight from the police chief.
Okay.
We will have things with the
Yeah, there's,
with the 803 executive order and other
yep.
things. We did just we did get a new used Hummer vehicle
Oh, yeah.
through one of the programs. It's a little Hummer pickup truck, and we did go to Harrisburg and look at a high water vehicle that hopefully, barring other factors, they have on hold for us as another free thing from the federal government that we should also get.
Now, these are free things that we can park here and use if we have to use them. Hopefully we don't have to use them. In the event of a flood or something like that, just be better prepared.
That's it.
Anything from the fire chief?
We have nothing today from the fire chief. There is a fire board meeting on Wednesday, but for today, we have nothing at the moment.
Okay. And anything from Tracy, Ron? I don't think so.
No, I just talked to him today. He had nothing for you guys.
Okay.
Great.
Perfect. All right. Anything from the clerk's office? All right, good. Next thing is bid opening results for the DRI and the new municipal building. So just informational, we held bid openings for both. We got an insane number of bids on both projects, actually. Actually, Delta for the municipal building said they'd never seen that many bids. So that's a good thing for us. So we'll move on to the next thing, which is resolutions awarding bid results on a municipal building. So this is the $3 million grant from Gosser that we got after the 2011 flood for the building that's going to go right next to 20 Elm Street and house DPW offices, clerk's offices, board meeting room, and whatnot. So we have 4 resolutions. The way it was bid out was all separate contracts. So there's a general contractor, an electrical contractor, a mechanical contractor, and plumbing contractor. So they're all separate bids. We had all different piles. Once the bids came in, we opened them up, and Delta engineers took all the bids, and they had to verify that the low bidder met the requirements. And by law, we're obligated to pick that bidder as long as they meet the requirements. All the paperwork's in line. So we've prepared resolutions for each of the low bidders that meet the requirements, which was all of them. And these resolutions are contingent on Gosser's approval, because obviously they are funding the project. Budget-wise, the bids came in about $113,000 over what Delta thought they would, but within the Gosser budget, if that makes sense. So we're still within the budget and won't be owing any money because everything goes good.
I'd like to motion for the first resolution. A resolution authorizing the acceptance of a bid for general construction work for the Village of Owego Municipal Building Project contingent on approval by the New York State Governor's Office of Storm Recovery. Oh, sorry. For the general contracting resolution.
Yeah, which is Edger Enterprises for $1,698,000.
I'll second that.
Yeah, you can say as presented or whatever.
Oh, yeah, as presented.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second. Any discussion on that? Okay, so we'll vote. Charles,
Yes.
Ron,
Yes.
Rusty,
Yes.
Laura,
Yes.
Fran,
Yes.
and yes. Okay, we got 3 more to go, guys.
Yeah, I'd like to motion for the next one for the plumbing for the resolution for the bid for the plumbing work for the Gosar project, which is awarded to Slavic and Company, SLAVIK and Company, for $86,000 as presented.
I'll second that as well.
Any discussion about that? Charles,
Yes.
Ron,
Yes.
Rusty,
Yes.
Laura,
Yes.
Fran,
Yes.
and yeah.
Go, Laura, you're rolling.
Right. I'd like to make a motion for the resolution authorizing the acceptance of a bid for the mechanical HVAC work awarded to Petkoski and Sons Plumbing and Heating for the bid amount $265,577. $265,577. Oh.
I'll second that.
Oh, it's
I was
Granby.
waiting for the as presented.
As presented.
All right, any discussion on that one? Charles,
Yes.
Ron,
Yes.
Rusty,
Yes.
Laura,
Yes.
Fran,
Yes.
and yes.
I'd like to make a motion for a resolution authorizing the acceptance of a bid for electrical work awarded to Nelcorp, NELCORP, Electrical Contracting Corporation, for the bid amount $129,900.
I'll second that.
Yeah, as presented.
Okay, any discussion on that?
Yes. Now, does that include all the IT wiring and all of the security contract, wiring?
No one in this room knows.
Yeah, it includes everything in Delta's contract. I don't know. I assume yes, but I can't say yes for sure. It'll be everything on Delta's plans and blueprints. So we can verify that, Fran, but I would assume yes. I mean, the wiring, I'm sure, but
Yeah, I mean, that's all, I mean, that's as important as the electrical for, lights and so on, you need the
Yeah.
IT and security.
I would assume that's all electrical, so.
I
Okay.
imagine it would be. It was on the sewer plant. They included all that into the electrical bid.
If it doesn't, we'll thank Delta.
Yeah, they're pretty on top of it, so I'm not too worried about that. Any more discussion about that? All right, Charles,
Yes.
Ron,
Yes.
Rusty,
Yes.
Laura,
Yes.
Fran,
Yes.
and yes. All right, perfect. Those are done. How many files here? Our next thing is DRI architecture and engineering discussion. So we got, I don't know if you can see it on the thing, but we got a whole bunch of bids in for the RFP for engineering services for the DRI. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them. They go from 483,000 to over $1 million. So what we need is a subset of the board to look through these. They sent us like giant packages of their proposals and their work and stuff like that. This doesn't have to be a lowest bidder kind of thing. We get to pick who we want. But we need some people to look through these 9 bids and figure out maybe who the top couple are to come join one of our meetings and present or whatever.
I would definitely like to be on that committee.
Good
I'll do
route.
it.
Perfect. That'll be me. So it'll be Ron, me, and Laura. And yeah, Brittany Woodburn from Team Tioga is going to look through them too and kind of give her feedback because they've been dealing with all the private projects. So.
Okay.
So she'll be a big help too as far as knowing what to look for. Because we got a whole
Do we have
box.
access to those to read prior to us meeting?
Yeah, they're here.
Yeah, just
Okay.
go in the boardroom in the big box.
So stop in and see Rod or whoever. We got a big
Okay.
box.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'd
You
like
guys-
to take a look at the proposals too, if we could put it in my little cubby hole.
Well, if you want to stop in and look at them, Fran, that's probably the best. There's like a huge box full. So we probably won't make copies of everything for everybody, but
All
if, you
right.
want to if anybody wants to stop in and look at them, they're here. Just
Thank
stop
you.
down.
Keep that in the floor.
Our next item is scheduled police reform open public meeting. So we did the survey, and this is all the governor's executive order to look at our police policies and procedures and all that kind of stuff. So we did the community survey. We got back 75 responses or so, which was pretty good. The next step is to have a community meeting. The county just did this last week, I think. So again, we'll have a go-to meeting kind of thing. Anybody can join. And we'll just have a community discussion about community policing, I guess. And, kind of like the survey, you know, just see what people are thinking.
How many people can this go-to meeting support?
250.
Okay.
So yeah, we should be fine. Because I think the county said about 25 people joined theirs.
They limited theirs to 30.
Okay.
250 would be unwieldy for us.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess we'll see what the response is. Maybe we'll have to have a couple of meetings. But so I was thinking next Monday at 7 o'clock. Just because that gives us enough time to put out a press release. And Mondays seem to be a night that a lot of us don't do anything anyway.
Would that be the same login as this meeting?
It can be,
I mean, if not, I just need the login, which I'm assuming will be out to the public.
yeah, no, we can just use this one. That's fine. That works for me. 7 o'clock, just like a board meeting.
That's February 8th.
February 8th, yes. And we'll get an agenda worked up based off the survey responses to the various questions, so that we have an agenda. We'll go from there, see what happens. Next thing is Rodney's thing, appoint election inspectors.
Yep. Election coming up on March. The March 16th election, got the gonna be at the Central Fire Station, noon to 9. We've got Carolyn Wright, Joan Davis, Christine Stevens, Cynthia Goodrich, Janet Allen, and Rita Woodburn. And there are normal election inspectors. Need a motion to approve them so we can put them in the paper. There we go.
So moved.
I second.
Yeah. Any discussion about that? I'd like to thank them for their services. Vote on that, Charles?
Yes.
Ron?
Yes.
Rusty?
Yes.
Laura?
Yes.
Fran?
Yes.
And yes. Okay, next thing is payment of bills.
No comment.
Everybody get the payment of bills? I went through them as usual.
Yes.
Yes. Do you need that sent to you, Charles?
I got it. I just received what you just sent me also. Thank you very
Okay.
much.
No problem, buddy.
As usual, Mr. Mayor, you've gone through them, you're satisfied?
Yep.
Move to approve.
I'll second.
Okay, any discussion about them?
Yeah, I did not see any BCA billing on there. I don't know if that was purposeful or if they're just not billing this cycle, but I would have.
Well, that's purposeful. We didn't send them any money yet.
We still got to check in the safe.
Still locked up here, pending whatever they figure out between
All
them
right.
and me.
That's what I was hoping.
Their plan is to send us a bill for the next year straight.
Yeah, I'm sure. Any other discussion about payment of bills? All right, Charles?
I vote yes.
Ron?
Yes.
Rusty?
Yes.
Laura?
Yes.
Fran,
Yes.
and yes. Go sign them.
Yeah.
All right, next item is minutes of 1/19/21.
Ms. Everly,
To approve as submitted.
I'll second that.
Any comments on the minutes? They look good, Laura?
You look great.
Okay, perfect. Charles,
Tastes good.
Yes.
Ron,
Yes.
Rusty,
yes.
Laura,
Yes.
Fran,
Yes.
and yes. Next item is communications. I didn't get many communications this last couple weeks. One thing we got was there is a NICOM winter legislative meeting, which is normally where they go over the state budget. Usually I go to it. I'm still going to it. It is via Zoom this year. So it's probably the easiest, cheapest NICOM conference we've ever been to.
Yeah, but there's no free food.
No free food, I know, no parties or anything like that. So it was only $50, but I will be there. The agenda is basically the state budget, so, and how it affects us. So I'll take notes.
Thank you, Mike.
It's coming up. It's February 11th, I think. So, coming right up. Yep, February 11th, day before my worst birthday. Other than that, I don't have any communications. Trustee reports. Let's see, Charles.
I don't have anything to report at this time.
Ron.
I have nothing to report at this time either.
Rusty.
I have an hour or two of things to not report at this time.
Executive session. You did any of those?
Oh, yeah, I forgot that. Yeah, we
I
need
haven't had
one.
one of those in a while.
Yeah, really.
I know.
Nothing, thank you.
All right. Laura.
I do, guys. So the planning and the zoning boards did meet, both of them, and they both had single items on their agenda. So, and they were both approved. There was the Value Auto Garage over on the south side, which got approved, and then there was a sign on Front Street, somewhere in the 200s.
Old Doc Coella's.
What's that?
Doc,
The Edward
Doc
Jones.
Coella's. Yeah, Edward Jones now. Used to be Doc Coella's.
Yeah. Okay. And so those two boards, and then the OHPC sent their reports for November 2020, December 2020, and January 2021 to be submitted, into our record and online. And there was a request that we previously approved, but I just want to bring it up again, vote on it. So I'd like to motion that we give permission for OHPC commissioners Jim Overheiser and Brian Kennedy to remove the 3 historic district border metal markers for refurbishment. So they'll just remove them, refurbish them, and they'll replace them. And we've already previously approved it.
We're gonna repaint them basically. We did. Yeah.
I'd like to second that.
I don't know if we voted on it. I think we just told them they could do it. Okay. So we'll do a quick vote on that because I don't remember if we voted on that in the past. It doesn't hurt. Charles,
Yes.
Ron,
Yes.
Rusty,
Yes.
Laura,
Yes.
Fran,
Yes.
and yes.
Yeah, Laura, thank those gentlemen for their efforts. We appreciate that.
Okay.
Anything else, Laura?
Oh, no, that's okay.
Okay. Fran?
No, nothing to report tonight.
Perfect. All right. Next thing up is mayor's report. I didn't do a written report this time. Yeah, not getting anything right. I don't know, busy couple weeks. We've had all the bid openings and kind of sifting through all that, and keeping things moving. A lot of weather service calls the last couple of days. So trying to keep the roads plowed.
Thank you for your swift information to all of our citizens.
I know
Keeping us-
people think I'm a weatherman. I just relay what the weatherman tells me. That's what I've done. Like more like a middleman, not a weatherman.
Well, I'm just glad it was right this time, at least so far.
Yeah.
So funny
Yeah,
thing,
we'll be back tomorrow.
we've had all these conference calls with the National Weather Service, and the head guy there today, on the last call today at 3 o'clock, his first comment of anything on the whole webinar was, "Holy cow, we might actually be right."
Yeah.
Whoa, whoa. Don't set no precedents there.
Yeah, I thought that was funny from the weatherman. But anyway. All right, so our last item, as always, is public comment. Any public comment?
Okey the smokes, 45 minutes, move adjourned.
What about that executive session you wanted?
Oh, you're
No,
at
I
3
think
hours.
We're gonna have that. Coming to your house for that.
Yeah, you can wait outside. I'll be right out.
We'll wait out in the snow.
I'll give you a shovel while you're out there.
All right. Well, have a good night, everybody. We'll see you next Monday for the police reform if you want to join.
Is there anything we need in advance of that, Mike?
800 pages of reading.
Yeah, we got a book from the state if you want to read it.
All right, I gotta read through a bunch of bids.
Yeah. But no, I mean, I think I sent out the survey results, but I can send them out again.
Okay,
I
I
don't know
didn't,
if I got the results.
Yeah, I
Okay,
didn't get them.
Well, yeah, I would read through those before the meeting.
All right, yeah, that'd be helpful. You can send that back out.
Yep, I can definitely do
Thank
that.
you.
Maybe I forgot to send it the first time. Who knows?
So
That's what
Mike,
happens when you're as busy as you are.
Mike, you got me, you're gonna get me switched over to that alternate email, right? So I could get
Yep.
stuff once again. Okay, great.
Oh, so
I
you
felt
can fill up the Yahoo cloud?
Yeah.
We'll fill up your Yahoo too after we fill up your Google.
You better not break the internet record, Ralph.
Right.
I know.
All right. Have a good night, everybody.
All right, stay
Sure.
safe. Be
You
careful.
too.
Good night.